time too, man. So that's awesome. Fucking here we are Friday night, man. We got depleted uranium, bud. Let's start around the ring. You guys introduce yourselves, and we'll get to her.
I'm Corey. I'm bassist.
I'm Andrew, guitar, backup vocals.
And I'm Nick, the drummer.
Nice, eh? Nice to meet you guys. And you guys are local. I actually thought you were from Philly. We were talking about that a little bit, but you guys are
Yeah.
Toronto, eh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, Toronto, born and bred.
Fuck, that's awesome. So what? Right now, with everything that's fucking around and shit, the way the music's going, what's the scene like in Toronto right now? Like, is it picking back up a little bit better? Or?
Yeah, it's pretty dead, man. It's you know, the whole up and downs of the lockdown situation. It's like I think nobody really wants to commit to anything, and so everything's pretty much gone online for like online shows, which is like we did one of those last year for Ontario Death Fest. And,
no.
You know, it's a cool experience, but it's nothing like playing a live show, right?
Oh yeah, nothing beats live, right?
There were a couple places near me that actually were running shows all the way up until December, but often they were actually running it illegally.
Yeah.
Time they made it through.
Yeah, you don't want to get wrapped up in that shit, man. End up with
no, we didn't end up playing anything.
Right. So, you guys have been together quite a while then, in total, eh?
Yeah,
as depleted uranium, it's been like I think 12 years, and there's been some like little hiatuses in between there due to like you know, life, injuries, work, relationships, everything, right? So
yeah,
and that's kind of what's just like kept us together, is just all the stuff that happens in life, and then we just get through it, and we keep having our band practices, keep writing new music, and onwards and upwards.
Nice, eh? You guys just released some new shit there not long ago, no?
Yeah, the new old shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you know,
the old shit.
Yeah. What do you guys have in the works for anything coming out?
Right now we're basically going back to the drawing board. We have some ideas, but we spent like the last little while with this quarantine working on Origins and getting that whole thing ready to get out, and yeah, and so like we're gonna be doing some more live stuff just within our jam spot. We're gonna set up a couple of more videos of just some rehearsals. We're gonna do Origins of the live show that's gonna be coming out soon, and hopefully we'll have some new material later on this year, if not early next year.
Oh, great on. I'm always looking forward to that.
Yeah, man.
So you guys have merch and stuff that we can buy in the meantime to help support the band and stuff, or?
Not yet. Not yet. We have some old T-shirts. We did T-shirts before, but we're going to be coming out with some new stuff pretty soon. So keep an eye on the Instagram page at Depleted Uranium Band for that.
Nice. I love
Corey's
that.
Actually rocking one of our shirts right now.
Yeah.
We've got these in long sleeve, like black like this, and then there's a red short sleeve with the black logo.
Oh, I always like red, yeah.
Yeah, well, definitely. We'll send you a little merch package.
Fuck, that'd be sweet, man.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah, you guys are just down the road, man.
I guess any place that somebody wants to support the band right now is like we have all our music streaming online everywhere, all the normal spots, and but if you wanted to buy it, then Bandcamp's probably the best outlet right now. That just is like a direct link for everything. You can get it on iTunes and Apple Music and all that other stuff, but if you want to, I guess, directly support the band as best as possible, Bandcamp's probably the way to go.
Hit us up in our DMs and slide into our DM on Instagram. That's the best.
Nice. I'll edit up the title when we're all done. I'll try and get those links, put them up for you.
At some point, Nick's going to be coming out with winter gear, depleted uranium parkas, and snow pants as well.
Yeah, phones, cock rings, the whole thing.
Everything, eh? Parka would be nice, especially this time of year.
and we actually got a special order depleted uranium onesie made for a 1-year-old baby. So
yeah.
so the onesies are going to be a big hit.
Yeah.
We're also old fashioned and have like physical CDs, but usually you'd only get those at shows.
Yeah. So being a Canadian-based band, have you guys have you guys been down to the States on any kind of tours or any festivals like in the past or anything?
No.
We've pretty much stayed local for our entire time, and like we're definitely like looking to spread a little bit more. Opportunity meets preparedness, obviously, but we were doing a lot of shows, and we had more shows booked in 2020 than we ever had, and then obviously COVID happened, so that whole thing went down the shitter. But yeah, we've just kind of kept going, working. That's why we went with Origins, because it was like revisiting old material and doing the idea of a prequel album when we weren't even having band practice for a good majority of like 2020. So we just wanted to put more material out there, and like, you know, even though it's older stuff, we still find it relevant as part of our catalog, because it's going to lead to our next release.
I was listening to it most of yesterday before I went into work, right, getting ready and listening to some of the tunes, man, and I already had some of them on my playlist. I didn't even know, like, I knew the band name and stuff, but when you come up across an email that Asher sent me about the new up and coming Origins and stuff, right? I was like, fuck, I know this band. Start flipping through my stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a fan for sure. I didn't know you were Toronto based till today, though.
Yeah, where are you at? You in the city?
I'm in Oshawa right now, so I work here.
I'm in Bowmanville, dude. Yeah. Swing by after it. Yeah.
Not far.
Straight from the Schwa, the best, dude.
Best
right old Atria, buddy. Atria diesel room for life.
Yeah.
Yeah. When that deer, remember when that deer crashed through the front of that fucking bar, dude? A diesel room last year? The fucking deer went through the window.
Oh, no way. She'll remember. I wouldn't have been here last year. But... yeah, it's my first year, actually. I just kind of got here a month or two ago, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Right on.
Oh, beautiful. Well, welcome to the Schwa, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not too bad. Everything's in walking distance. So that's nice, right?
Nice.
Crack area.
Yeah, that's all right. I've always lived in the ghetto.
That's okay. There's lots of beautiful parts in the Schwa, man. Hit up the botanical garden, those parks, those trails. Just
that's true, man. I was looking some of that up. There's lots of trails. They'll go right to Toronto and then across. I used to live in Port Credit years ago, too. And they had some nice trails fit there as well.
Nice.
What are you drinking there tonight?
I got myself actually some of that Wayne Gretzky whiskey. It's like they age it in like red wine barrels. And so it gives it a nice little flavor. Cheers.
That's making my own mead here soon. I just got to order the still product.
Straight out of the 1400s. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
the mystery alcohol percentage.
It's not mystery alcohol. It's just honey and water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might put some raspberries in there, give her a little color.
Oh,
nice. That'd be sweet.
I can appreciate there's some beer on the other side of the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Getting funky.
So, like, what are some, during the pandemic and shit, did you, like, write shit, record it, and then send it to each other? Or did you just keep that to yourselves until just recently, or?
No, we just kept jamming. We just kept kind of playing. Then we decided to release Origins, so we kind of started going over that material. Started to kind of like read that.
We had to take a few hiatus, a few little breaks of a couple months here and there.
Oh yeah, life's always.
Break was like our last show was in February of 2020, and then I don't think we jammed until like July or something like that, August of 2020, and that was like a decent break. But I feel like Origins, it was like, because if we recorded that like 10 years ago, and so one of the things in that time when we weren't jamming was just going through old stuff, trying to get either ideas for new songs. And when we came across Origins, we were like, you know what, this is a pretty awesome one take live off the floor recording. And we just all felt like it was us, you know. It's like we could go into a studio and put out a super polished album, but we're a live band when it comes down to it, and that like represents us at that time and space pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. That's some of the reason why I do the show live as well. Like, well, I just want to do it. It's no different than getting on stage and playing your set. You either can do it or you can't, you know. Sometimes you bomb, sometimes you don't, but I know what you mean with the live. It's just better live. Music in general,
That's
know.
the way I think. And it's like that one shot.
What's that, Nick?
I also feel like
it's just more energy comes across, you know. It's not like listening to it at home or in your car or whatever, you know. You feel it, you know, when you experience it like live firsthand. You see it happening.
Yeah, you can feel it, you know.
Yeah.
Literally feel it.
Yeah.
So what are some of the bands you guys like grew up listening to and then inspires what you play today?
For me, I used to listen to and play a lot of funk and Motown. That definitely influences the way I play bass, but I listen to all sorts of stuff. And Murray and I have been playing together for over 20 years, I think. Yeah, like 23 years since I started playing music. And back then he got me into stuff like Rage Against the Machine and Metallica, Dayglow Abortions, Napalm Death. Well, it's sort of all over within those kind of genres there. At the Drive-In was a really big one.
Yeah, Diego's awesome, man. We followed them around, seen them like 4 or 5 times in the 7 days they were in our area where I was the one time, man.
Dayglows, man, are hilarious.
They play Oshawa like every 4 months. You see them coming through Oshawa too, dude.
Oh, I'd love to see him here, man. I seen him in quite a few shitty spots because it was just the town he was in, and then their show in Toronto was the last one I seen of them. Fucking phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I grew up with mostly like heavy metal all the way, like any kind of traditional metal music growing up. And then as I was growing up, I just kept like wanting to push the limit. It was like, you know, you'd find a heavy band and then you'd find a band that just smashed that band and you'd be like, oh, okay, well, what else don't I know? And you just go digging and digging and digging to like find like the craziest music you've ever heard. And I guess like that was my whole experience, was like the energy is just like keep it loud, keep it heavy, keep it fast, and that was kind of what did it for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when I was young,
Nick has a different background though.
My brother gave me a couple Rush CDs when I was young, and that was it, man. Just listen to Neil Peart, you know, flail away. That was it. Other than like, you know, you listen to all kinds of stuff growing up. What really influenced us as a band, like I can look back to, you know, listening to like Dead Kennedys and Slayer and that kind of stuff, kind of as, you know, influential over the drums. But at the same time, you know, we take influence from all over the place, like a lot of hip hop, just a little bit of like jazz here and there, just whatever, you know, anything that kind of sparks your interest.
I think that's also one of the things that, like, with us, we're not trying to fit into a genre to be like, oh, we're a metal band or we're a punk band or whatever. We're just we're 4 guys making music.
Yeah, like I don't know metal. I don't know like subgenres or this or that. Like it's a lot more like, you know, on the punk side in terms of the energy, especially with Origins, it's like with that release, you know, a lot more like in your face and fast paced, kind of, you know, just like live off the foot, that energy, you know.
No, now have you guys done any recording live? Like have recorded your shows live and stuff?
Oh yeah. We got a whole ton of videos on YouTube. One of our things that we wanted to do, like basically from 2018 onwards, was record every show and just put it up there. And we have a few compilations of like our original album release. We have a compilation of that, of like every song in order of the album from a different venue. Yeah, we've just played all over like Southern Ontario, and the whole idea, we just wanted to document it. Like the more stuff you have, the more stuff you can put out, and just adds to the pile of gigabytes on hard drives.
Yeah, true that, right? I just had to upgrade mine. Get more room.
They get full quick, man.
Don't take long.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys do the music full time, or you guys like myself run 2 different jobs and fucking plus do what you do, you know? Or...
That's it,
Yeah,
buddy.
it's
That's
just a
the life.
hobby. This is just, we're hobbyists, at least in my case, just a hobbyist with it. You know, we do separate things and we'll have a little business.
No,
Music
not,
is just like Sunday. It's just like playing golf, you know? Like, remember one time Andrew, like Murray, he equated it to like, you know, guys hanging out and playing golf and doing it for like, you know, like the leisure and the hobby and enjoying it and kind of like owning your skills over time, as opposed to it being, you know, like a job.
yeah, just jumped all in or nothing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of,
I also think that like we look at it as like a project, which is like something you'd invest money into, as opposed to a product, which is something you expect return from.
Mm-hmm.
So like we all do this as like a labor of love, and it's like we take ourselves seriously, but we all have our own jobs and careers outside of it.
Yeah, I find most bands I talk to, they all have other jobs and shit. Very rare do I come across a band that just that's all they do. They make enough cash to fucking you know, living the dream per se.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of gone just with how music's gone too, right? Like especially in Canada, like we were talking with another interview, like in the States, like you can drive 300 miles and play a major city every single night, right? Where Canada, you got like a couple of nights drive before you're in another major city, right? Like, so trying to tour in Canada is always just by the geography is difficult alone.
Yeah, no, I never thought about that actually, to tell you the truth, because it's so true. You like when I went down, I did a big road trip just before the pandemic, went all through the States, hit up some bands while I was down there and stuff. And I was in a different, sometimes I'd drive through 3 states in one day. Woof, you know, like
yeah. It's like
here
different
you
show
can't
every night and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Only place you can do that here is if you go through the prairies.
Yeah. You can see the city, but it's fucking far away.
You got Winnipeg, Saskatoon, Regina, and Calgary.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, that's it. And then we have like Toronto is our main, and then up north, what? Thunder Bay, North Bay.
Sudbury.
Good old Sudbury.
Yeah.
Dryden.
Actually, the new company I'm working for, they're out of Sudbury, I believe. But all the guys are all over. Some of the guys live in Woodstock, London. I'm here now, right?
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, true that, right? So, what are some of the other bands you guys are like toured with locally? Like some of these local Toronto bands, we should probably get out there too, right?
So we were just kind of reconnected with a band called My Hollow. We played a show with them like years ago, and we were on the same playlist as one of the radio stations that was playing us, and so I reached out to them and started talking to them again. As far as like touring, like we didn't really get into too much touring. We mostly just do like local shows and drive out and maybe be part of something that was going on. But yeah, we with our commitment and everything to our jobs and lives, we kind of just never dived into touring. But yeah, we played with so many endless local bands. It would be impossible to name some of them, but yeah, it's more like the local scenes that are like small local scenes and just keeping it kind of, I guess, like one-on-one type thing as opposed to just getting bigger. I mean, obviously we'd like to play some more shows and stuff like that, but I guess like the small shows and it really keeps it a lot more intimate.
No, it's true though. Like I noticed that when I first started experimenting with the music scene around here, when I first come back to Ontario, and it was Cross Dog, Ship of Fools. I think Green Light played that night, and it was like they're all friends. They all grew up together, and everywhere they play, one or two of them will always be playing with this one, you know. And it's a tough community I find within, especially Ontario. But it could be the geography, like you said. It's so far to get out, even to play or set shows up in Montreal. It's 7 hours away, you know. Like
exactly, yeah. Another awesome band that we played with was Goreworm. They're based out of like the Hamilton, Grimsby area. And those guys are awesome.
Yeah. No, I've heard of them there. My buddy goes there, or used to all the time on Sundays for all the like the punk shows they had every Sunday or something.
Cool.
I actually lived there too. Kind of lived all over.
I'm going to grab a phone charger. My phone's gonna
Oh
die,
yeah.
guys. If it dies, I'll chime back in.
I was interviewing Joy Club Cassidy, and I looked up and my thing was at 5%. Middle of the way. Oh, fuck, hold on.
We did an interview on Wednesday, and just at the end, I ended up losing power in the whole house.
Right at the last second. Pretty good time out of that, though, I gotta say.
It was like right at the last second.
I was overseas there in South Africa there just before the beginning of the year. And I didn't know they had rolling blackouts. So you'd be in the middle of doing a show or just about to go live and then the blackout would happen. You're off for like 2-3 hours, no power. Right? Like, of course.
How long were you
Hurry
down
up and wait.
I spent a month there actually. I was supposed to be there 2 months pretty much, but then with everything that was going on, I caught the last flight they were allowing out for a while. So I was like, so I got home with the time, right?
Nice. Oh, cool. What were you doing down there?
Oh, I went down to team up with Stone Daisies. They're a podcast like myself out of South Africa. And then we hit up Metal Fest, or Death Fest, sorry, with 7 or 8 of the local bands. And then I just kind of bummed around. Just kind of hung out for a month, right? Fucking got to see a lot of good. Yeah, seen a lot of the city and stuff, and like how people actually live. Like I didn't stay on a resort or a hotel or nothing, right? So
yeah,
nice.
Oh, cool. That would be interesting, man.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful there, man. Like it felt like home when I was there. Like I stayed in a community place. There's like 10 separate rooms and then common kitchen and all that.
Yeah,
I think it's called Box House. Could be. I have a link for it somewhere on the page. Yeah, fantastic though, man. A couple times I walked into town, didn't have no worries. I wasn't worried about getting robbed or anything, right?
pretty safe. Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised because I don't know. I watch a lot of National Geographic, you know.
Yeah, I know. They always want to like scare you.
When I go, and it's like, oh, they have water. Oh fuck! Look at this. They have stores. Couldn't believe.
Yeah.
You know, like. To go and see it's not what it's what it's always portrayed as, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time though. I'll probably go back this year when I'm off next winter, right?
Nice.
We'll see. So with John Asher, are you guys with the label then? And
no, we're independent. We reached out to Asher. I know a couple other bands that ended up working with him, and nothing but good things to say. I got nothing but good things to say about him. He's a very, very professional gentleman and knows what he's doing with the niche that he's got. And
the guy never stops, man.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And it's been a very inspirational and educational experience because, like we've mentioned, we've been doing this for a long time, but a lot of it was just either roadblocks in the way or just not even a full commitment because of those roadblocks of actually progressing into promotion and stuff like that. We also make a very specific niche style music that's not everybody's breakfast, but at the end of the day we were just like, you know what, we're gonna be releasing more material, and so it's just like anything, it's like we're gonna start doing this now and just keep going with it.
We probably should have done that back in 2018, but it's nice that Murray set this up.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020. Like I said, there's been a lot of roadblocks along the way, and even then, it's like because of those certain things, like we've had a few band member injuries and stuff like that, where we didn't know whether the band was going to keep on going, and people have wives, people have kids, so it's like it's just reality, right? It's just
Yeah, it's 10, 12 years. Everyone's
and one of our things that we also said when we started this band is like no rock star fantasy, right? Like let's just keep it real, keep it on the ground level.
No, it's great though to hear that because you don't see that very often. Everyone's in it, or not so much in our community, but I find a lot of the people that get into it want money right away. Boo, you know.
Yeah.
But yet, you know, they don't realize you got to pay for your fucking how to even record it, even to buy your equipment, you know, and then to have 4 or 5 people to work out a schedule. Fuck, man.
Exactly.
And then you got to hope people want to hear the shit you put out. Then there's that too. You're better off playing Christmas music at the fucking mall if you want to make money. You know what I mean? Play Bob Marley cover songs or something.
Yeah.
And that's another thing with our music too. Is like we don't want to be part of a genre, and most of our, like a lot of our songs are written from jams because it's that one moment of raw creation where you're not thinking, oh, is this going to sound good with that? Is some people going to like this song? You know, is the label going to like this song? You know, you're not, all those like thoughts of like why people make a lot of music nowadays aren't there because it's just, what are you going to do right now? You know, and you don't, it's like what you were saying about going live. Sure, sometimes you mess it up, sometimes it goes amazing, right? But the whole thing is you learn from your mistakes, and the things that you do well on, you carry them on for the next time.
Yeah, so true though. Inspirational speech, she says.
Cheers.
Cheers. I should have went to the beer store, but I slept all day. Oh. Well, is there anything else we should cover tonight, boys?
You know, I think it's been good, man. I guess if anybody wants to search Depleted Uranium, just make sure you type in Depleted Uranium Band. Otherwise, you're gonna get a whole bunch of essays and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably on the watch list now somewhere because I was fucking to type that in, you know. Depleted Uranium.
Our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything is all Depleted Uranium Band. So if you want to find us, just add the band on the end there, and we'll come up.
Yeah. I'll track down as many of the links as I can and get them transferred into the title later tonight. And then for those of you guys watching, take a look for that. Just click on the link, and it should take you right over to their stuff, man.
Oh, and we're going to have another video coming out, Beta Particles, again done by Ryan Van Steenberg, to match up with the last one. And as Murray said, we'll have that live video of the album coming up sometime in the near future.
Yeah, that's coming up. Check the Instagram. Stay locked on that for the live show. We'll be posting links to that very shortly.
Follow that up.
Shit, now that I know you're in Oshawa, man, come on by, hit me up. Let me know next time you're free on a Sunday. Come by the jam spot and rock out with us.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Go live for a few minutes. Fucking.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah, every Sunday we rock out in Scarborough. I'll pick you up on the way through, dude. My big van.
That's awesome, man. I'm excited though. I'm happy I moved here.
But also, dude, send me your whatever your address is or whatever. We'll send you a little care package.
Oh, cool, man. I'll send that over to you. I'll go through email for now, and then we'll find each other on the other shit. I'm better on Messenger. Yeah. I get so many emails. I had to put the star onto yours to make sure it fucking comes right there. Right?
Oh, I know. It's a barrage. You look at like 10 a.m., you got like 400 emails. It's like, oh, yeah.
But, hey, man, it was a pleasure. I've been a fan for a while, even though I didn't know it today. But your stuff was already on my playlist, so that's fucking pretty
awesome,
cool.
Dude. Thanks so much, dude. We really appreciate it, man.
Hey, anytime. And then once some new shit comes out, or you guys just want to shoot the shit, let me know, man. We'll squeeze you on.
Yeah. For sure, man. I'll be in touch.
Sounds
awesome.
Thanks.
All right.
Play it proud.
Yeah, man.